All right, we're going to do our power rankings. This is after the North American Fall Open. Obviously, we had a little bit of a shakeup. Gen G, kind of surprising folks. And some other teams that we anticipated being at the top, maybe not performing as strongly as we anticipated. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. We got number 10. There they are, NRG, just barely hanging on. They certainly did not show us the NRG of old, but I think they are still a bit better than most of the folks that are underneath them. NRG did make a change. It is worth mentioning. They have removed Sizz as coach. Now, I don't know how much of an impact that's going to make, but obviously the players felt like something needed to change, and it sounds like if you listen to his video, it sounds like they decided that maybe that was the easiest change to make, and they're gonna try that out. So, NRG no longer with Sizz. They have Epic Johnny stepping in as the interim head coach, maybe long-term head coach. I don't know. Either way, I got NRG slotted at the number 10 spot. Number 9. We got Complexity. We got Complexity in the number 9 spot. Now, to be honest with you, I think this could probably go either way, but at the moment, I think if I were to match up NRG and Complexity, I think Complexity would probably have the edge there. They certainly did not play to the level that we know that they can in the first event, but hey, CRR is just moving over. He had some personal stuff going on as well, and I would not be surprised to see Complexity continue to improve as the season unfolds. Number 8, we got Rebellion. We got Shopify Rebellion at number 8. Surprising many. Showing us their prowess. Two-piece Memory and Parth. Fantastic team. And to be honest with you, if they had a little bit more history, I may have them a little bit higher, and I would not be surprised if we end up continuing to bump them up this ranking throughout the season. Number 7. Number 7, we got V1. And V1 is one of the teams that I think most anticipated having a little bit stronger start. They didn't make a change. You wouldn't expect them to, I don't know, you wouldn't expect them to have much, you wouldn't expect them to have issues moving into the beginning of the season. Some of these teams that have made a change, some of these teams that are a roster of 3 brand new players, you might give them a little bit of leeway for, some mistakes or a slow start because they're kind of working out the kinks with a new roster. But V1, they don't really have that as an excuse, and they certainly did not look very strong in Regional 1. With that being said, we're going to drop them to the number 7 spot. Number 6, we got Furia. Furia is... they're pretty similar to V1, where I think the expectations were higher for them than what they showed. But let me go ahead and pull this up because I think, if I'm not mistaken, both of those teams finished in that 9 through 11 spot. Or was it 5 through 8? I can't remember. And 5 through 8, excuse me. So Furia, Rebellion, Optic, and V1 all in that 5 through 8 spot. Excuse me, I misspoke. V1 coming through in round 5 alongside Furia. Both of them really just not having the greatest performances. V1's wins a little bit, not the most impressive, to be honest. And then when we scroll down and we see the loss here from against Gen G, it was a pretty tough one. They got beat pretty bad. So V1, I got them just underneath Furia. I think Furia had a little bit stronger showing. They did lose, but they lost to G2, and they lost 4-2. A little bit stronger showing. So both of those rosters quite close at the moment. And I think Rebellion's in the fighting for them as well. For that 5, 6, 7 spot. Number 5, we got... Spoilers! Optic! We got Optic in the 5 spot. I got AJ Magic Bear Reynolds. So far, a pretty good season. They did lose to Space Station here at 4-1. As you saw the quick leak there, we'll go ahead and pop it up as well. Space Station in the 4 spot. This one was a tough one because I do think that Space Station has the potential to be in that top 3. I think they have the potential to be in the top 2. They showed signs of greatness, especially through the Swiss stage where they, straight up dominated. 3-0. They went 3-0, 3-1 Furia, 3-1 Rebellion. But unfortunately, they couldn't make it happen on Sunday, on Championship Sunday, so we can't put them too high. We got Space Station in the 4 spot. Number 3. Gen G Mobile 1 Racing. And I know this is going to be controversial because they just got a top 2, but I don't think I can put them up there just yet. They lost to FaZe pretty handily. And while they looked great, and I do think that, I'm not surprised at all that they're a top 5 team. I'm not surprised at all to see them in the finals. I want to see some more from them, and I want to see some long-term consistency is really what I want to see. So Gen G is going to slide in at that number 3 spot. Number 2, you guys probably get it. G2 in the number 2 spot. They missed the grand finals in the first event, and the same thing with as V1. No change with the roster. No change with the roster. So we don't really have kind of an excuse, and I hate the word excuse, but we don't have a reason to have a slow start. G2 definitely not bringing their A game. Unfortunately, falling to FaZe in the semifinal, and to be quite frank, FaZe absolutely dominated them. So it could have been a flash in the pan. It could have been a long-term thing. Either way, at the moment, we got to put FaZe at the number 1 spot. They looked incredible in the preseason tournament. They won that. It was the RLE.GG 12K tournament hosted by a crew. They won that. They come into the first event of the season. A little bit of a slow start in the top 16 invitational qualifier, and not a perfect Swiss stage by any means, but they come into the top 8, and they absolutely smash it, destroy their competition, and man, they looked incredible. Now, one thing to mention is we did see this from FaZe last season as well. Will they be able to continue performing at this level? It remains to be seen. But for now, this is going to be my power ranking. I got FaZe at the number 1 spot, G2 number 2, Gen G at the number 3 spot, Space Station number 4, Optic at the 5 spot. I've got Furia number 6, Version 1 number 7. I got Rebellion sliding in at 8, and then Complexity and NRG rounding it out with 9 and 10. That is going to be your NA power rankings. Let me know what you think. If you like this stuff, come join the stream and let me know live what you feel about my rankings. I appreciate you all, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.